Hi, friends. I'm Sharon Betters, and this is the Daily Treasure Podcast. And if you're following along, you know that this is the last week of our series called A Steadfast Woman in a Shifting World. And our guest writer this week has been Tammy Maltby. And today, the devotional is called God Wins, and today's treasure is Ecclesiastes 3:1. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Tammy says, the grace of God's restoration and the wonder of God's precise timing still boggles my mind. And I hope it boggles your mind too. I hope it gives you hope and courage to hold on through your trauma and its aftermath, to not despise small beginnings, to actively look for God's surprises and His timely work in your life, especially when pain touches your life. I hope it gives you a sense of the road ahead, of what you can expect as you walk the long, crooked road back from the trauma in your life. I have no idea how it will all work out for you and your family, but God does. And I am absolutely certain that through it all, He will be there for you. He sees your heart. He sees your deepest need. He is closer than your next breath. Even while you slog through the pain of your daily life, the unseen God is working behind the scenes and in His own timing to bring about your restoration. Do you remember my friend Mona? I introduced Mona to you in our first devotional with these words. The phone call came while I was just about to embark on writing this chapter. It concerned my friend Mona, my beautiful colleague and helper, who has traveled with me and had my back for endless gatherings, and her youngest son, Mitchell, only 23 and newly graduated from college. Mitchell was good-looking, fun-loving, with an amazing future in front of him. There had been an accident. Suddenly, in a squeal of tires and the crunch of a motorcycle helmet, Mitchell was gone. Mona, a woman of strong faith, was absolutely devastated. I'll never forget my friend's frantic sobs as we gathered around her, desperate to find a way to help. When will it get better? She kept asking. Please tell me there will be a time when it doesn't hurt this much. I was reminded once again of our unseen God, God working behind the scenes, leaving treasures along Mona's pathway, preparing her for the darkest night of her soul when I stood in my friend Mona's bedroom, doing what I could to comfort her in her pain, feeling entirely inadequate in the face of so great a loss. Just as I was about to leave, I ducked into the bathroom and saw it. I had to look twice. Written in large marker print on my friend's bathroom mirror were these words. Mona had written them months before. Your children are His and not the devil's, and you can make a case for them before the throne of God. We have the power and authority Satan does not. God provides for His children, and we are His children. For I have no greater joy than to know my children are walking in truth. God knows the end of His story, and His children win. Amidst the dark, lingering fog of fear, doubt, pain, and not knowing, I saw Him. I saw His promise. I saw that He had given my friend a gift long before she knew how desperately she would need it. Both she and her son had won. We all win because we are His. Nothing can take us out of His hand. Our names are written on His palm. No suffering or trauma on earth can separate us from His love. Though the battle rages on, dark fog of life circumstances threaten to derail us, nothing escapes His watchful eye. Wherever you find yourself today, my friend, whatever you carry, He sees you. If you are His, no matter what happens, you win. Friends, thanks so much for joining us for the Daily Treasure Podcast. You know, every day we send out this podcast, every single day of the year. Every single day of the year, we also send out an email with the devotional. And we do it because we want to help one another walk by faith by turning our hearts toward Jesus through His Word. But you know, even though it's free to those who access it, it isn't free. There are production costs. And we would appreciate so much if you would help us underwrite those costs. For every gift that you give, we are going to donate a copy of Treasures in Darkness to a local funeral home. And not only will they receive a book, but they're going to receive a beautiful grief care package that they can give to those who are deeply grieving, especially over the loss of a child. So your gift is not only underwriting the Daily Treasure devotional, but it is also helping a brokenhearted parent lean into the love of Jesus. You can safely give by going to markinc.org. That's markinc.org. I am so grateful for each of you who have supported us already, and I pray that many more of you will recognize the opportunity to help others walk by faith by giving to the support of the Daily Treasure podcast and devotional. Thanks so much for joining us, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow.